Hi, Ryan.
What's
How
up,
are you?
man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, dude. Hanging out.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And thank you very much for taking the time out this evening where you are
Y-
to do.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
What? It's pretty early for you guys there. I'm assuming.
look, it's 9 a.m. where I am, but
Oh man.
I was at a gig last night where the band didn't finish till 11:30
Oh,
and
okay.
and then had to write a review. So this guy's a bit tired. He's already had one Red
Yes.
Bull.
I hear
Well,
you.
we'll leave that be. Okay, so we've got 15 minutes, so we'll get right into it because I know you're going to be
Okay.
fairly busy today.
Cool.
Um, we'll start off with where you've just come from because you've just done a tour of the UK with Neck Deep. Uh, how was that, and how do you find that your music translates so well overseas?
The UK tour was awesome. I knew it was gonna be a pretty big tour just because Neck Deep is absolutely massive there. So, um, it was really incredible. I didn't expect the shows to be as big as they were, but every single night was sold out and kids were there super early. We played to like a full room every night, even though we only played 30 minutes after doors. It was really, really good, honestly. But yeah, I honestly think from doing Outbreak Fest so many times over in the UK, we do fairly well over there now, and I think there's a crowd of people that genuinely enjoy the music and always tend to come out and see us whenever we're out there.
Nice, nice, good. Which then, of course, leads into you having this little break period before you arrive in Australia in a couple of weeks for New Bloom Festival. You got a couple of your own shows. It's been a hot minute since you were here last.
Yeah.
Um, well, what's your recollections of Australia and our fan base with your band?
I mean, the last time we were there, the shows were awesome. We played, I think, maybe 5 or 6 shows only, but I feel like the energy in the room every night was really stoked and everybody was just super excited that we were there, honestly, and the hangs were just absolutely incredible. Like, we were just swimming and, like, swimming multiple times a day and playing shows at night, and the shows were fucking sick, so, like, yeah, I had a really, really good time. I was just saying before you got on the call that, like, between going to Japan and then going to Australia, like, that was, like, easily, like, the best month of my entire life that I had, I think, playing music and doing all that stuff, so I'm excited to come back and do it again.
Well, it's about to get better when you get here, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It's,
I
and
think so.
it'll be warm as well. So, because I'm guessing where you are, it's cold at the moment.
Oh, yeah, we just had snow today, so yes, it's cold.
Yeah, no, we're yeah. Make sure you bring some sunscreen when you come over here. It'll be fantastic. Having a look at the festival, the New Bloom Festival itself. I mean, I'm guessing you've seen the other bands that are on that lineup. I mean, where do you feel you fit in with them guys, and who are you also most looking forward to hanging out with and watching?
I think the lineup is really cool because it's pretty diverse, in my opinion, with, like, more kind of emo-y, like, rock bands mixed with, like, hardcore bands and then mixed with, bands like Sweet Pill and all that kinda stuff. I think it's really, really cool. I'm really excited to see Basement because I haven't seen them play yet since they've been back,
Mhm.
and, I was gonna go see them in Philly a couple months ago, but we were away, so it just kinda didn't work out. But, yeah, I'm super excited to see them. And I'm super excited to see Drain again because I haven't seen them play in a while, and they're friends of ours too, so it'll just be good hangs as well. But I think the lineup is cool because we're kind of, we're a hardcore band, but we have a lot of melodic parts and more chorusy kind of elements and stuff at this point. So I think we kind of fit perfectly in the middle of everything. We're like right dead center on the spectrum of like bands, and I think that'll be cool for us just because it's a little bit of everything.
Excellent. Yeah, nice, nice. I mean, have you heard of any of the Aussie acts that are on the bill?
Yes, I have. I can't think of who's on what dates, but, our friend Matto plays in, one of the bands that's playing. I can't think of the name, off the top of my head right now, but I'm
Like,
excited to see them because it's kinda sounds like high vis kind of,
yeah,
and just, like, stuff like that, which is cool. But, yeah, I mean, I think actually we may have played with a couple of, the bands that are also on the fest as well last time we were there. So it'll just be kind of like familiar faces, which will be fun. But I'm kind of like confused on like what bands are playing which days because there's so many. You know what I mean? So and it's all different like locals, I guess you could say, like for every day. So I think it'll be cool.
yeah, it's a good point. Like I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I've just too much. You know, I mean, it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
every day. You're like, well, there's like another four bands. So I mean, in terms of where you are musically, all you embrace. It came out in May last year, so
Yeah.
it's been out for about 8 months now. And I read obviously a lot of articles before it came out, and obviously you were very proud of the journey that you guys were on lyrically and musically in that. 8 months later, it's now been percolating and in the realm of a live setting. How's it, you know, how's it feeling? Is it muscled up? Is it, you know?
I Yeah, I still love the record a lot. I think it's great, and I love playing the songs off that record more than any other songs we've ever made, honestly. Um, I was just saying earlier too that like on this most recent tour that we did, we played 7 new songs out of the 9 songs that we played in our set.
Yeah.
Like we also thought, the newer songs would appeal to the crowd that we were playing to, but that was the most enjoyable set I think I've played with One Step Closer, and it's just because I feel like way more connected to the songs and just think that the songs are way more fun to play and have cool parts that I just enjoy. Um, but it seems to be going well so far. Like I feel like people are really into the record and yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Good. Well, I mean, that then leads into the question, and I know it's a festival setting or a touring festival setting. When you do come over here, will the set list be not dissimilar and heavily weighted towards all you embrace?
I think it'll be a mix because I think maybe for the festival, we kinda have a little bit more of a free range to do whatever we kinda want, and I think for the side shows with Drain, since they're gonna be hardcore shows, we'll probably throw a few older tracks in there just for the vibe, but I think we might end up having, like, 2 different set lists just depending on what we wanna do, but I still think we will probably play at least 5 new songs and then a few old ones.
That's still a good number. That's still over half the album. So that's a good
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
if you think about it. So
yeah.
that's pretty cool. I mean, the album itself, I mean, lyrically, it came across as incredibly personal on the journey that you've been on. How much does that take out of you, and or is it cathartic when you do perform them songs live?
I think I think it helps to play them live, and I think it is cathartic to play them live and hear people singing the words back. There's just some kind of feeling there that is hard to reproduce in any other aspect of my life, if that makes sense. Like, it's just something that is undescribable. And yeah, I think with the with how personal the songs are, it really feels good to just perform them and play them. We put a lot into that record, and we always write very time and place for everything that we do for every record and EP that we've done. Um, so they're very time stamped, and I think playing those songs and stuff just kind of take me back to a tough time, but it's also just feels so good to like just play it.
Hmm. Well, if you think about it, the only other time you can actually really do that would be like with a psychiatrist, and you'd be paying for that. In this case, we're paying you. So,
Yes. Yeah,
well,
exactly. Exactly.
and then we applaud at the end. We go, "Oh, that was good. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it worked."
yeah.
So for people who haven't seen One Step Closer before, and there will be a number of people on this tour, uh, how would you describe your show?
Oh man. I would say energetic. Um, that's tough. I would say the baseline would just be very energetic, lots of stage diving, and just it's just a fun setting in my opinion. Like we try to make the set feel fun for people. Um, because when we were growing up, going to shows, and even still to this day, like growing up and going to hardcore shows and the most exciting sets were the ones where people were just going nuts, and that's what was, like, fun to us. So we try to create that atmosphere at shows as well for, people coming to see us.
And you guys are also quite a safe environment as well. I mean, you don't have, um, well, I think over, I don't know if you've got it in America, but over here it's called pit killing. Like, you guys,
Yeah.
everything I read just seems to be that everyone can just relax and just be themselves. Is that,
Yes.
I mean, that'd be something to be very proud of.
Yeah, and I think it comes with the type of music that we play. We're not playing like, super heavy moshy parts. We're not having a lot of crowd killing at the shows. It's more so sing along and like be up front and be in our faces, like stage diving and just having a good time. And just yeah, I feel like we try to create a safe environment where everybody feels like they could be themselves and just enjoy the moment. And I think that's the most important thing when you're going to a show like ours or any hardcore show in general. You just want to feel comfortable and feel like you could be yourself.
Nice. Moving forward, I know it's only been 8 months since the album come out, but is there, is there magic happening for the next one?
Uh, I don't know about for the next one, but we are working on a lot of new music, and we've been writing and demoing, and I think we're gonna end up being in the studio sooner than
Good. Nice. Very nice. I'll ask I'm going to ask probably a bit more of a personal question. As a collective, you're considered a straight edge band, and I
later.
did read in the past that that your brother had some struggles. Is that one of the main reasons why you focused in on being straight edge? I suppose the question is that kind of like if you both have the same societal upbringing, why different? Like, is that a choice? Is it nature versus nurture?
I think it's who we grew up around, to be fair. And I think my brother is like 8 years older than I am. So there is
Mm.
a pretty big gap in age between the two of us. So I think when he was growing up and, getting involved in that kind of stuff, he was just hanging around different kinds of people than who I grew up with. And, we both grew up very similar, just skating every day and, having a core group of friends. And I think he fell out of that a little earlier than I did. And a lot of the kids that I grew up skating with were all hardcore kids and they were all straight edge. And I was like, oh, like I always aligned with these views, but I never knew what it meant. And I never knew that there was like a term for it. And I think seeing my brother struggle with a lot of stuff growing up and, seeing what it put my family through kind of always made me on this mindset of like, I'm not doing that stuff. Like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to be around it. And then once I found what straight edge was, I was like, this is everything that I've always,
Mm.
always been and I've always wanted to be and stuff. So, um, yeah, I think it's just part of growing up here, there's a lot of addiction and issues and depression in our little area, and I think you could either be swallowed by it or you could try to persevere through it, and I think unfortunately for a lot of people, you kinda tend to go down a dark path before you could kind of figure what yourself out.
Well, for you, you've used it as a drive for positive. not only for your
Yeah.
own career, but then for everybody who it gets influenced by your words and your music. So, on behalf of all them, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
On that, I'm at 14 minutes, so at some point Tiana's going to kick me off. So, uh, well, I know you're a busy day, so I will let you get to that. And best of luck when you come over here and on the festival and on the side shows. And have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thanks, Ryan.